Hey, I thought I should just let you know that I'm back at Mom's place right now. She's asking what you were planning to do for Christmas this year.
Hey, oh, okay. Well, I am still thinking about it. I'm not sure what to do yet.
Oh, okay. When do you think you'll find out?
Well, I'll try and let you know as early as possible, but it depends on my work too, so yeah. I'll try ASAP. So, your mom was asking if I'll be there or not?
Yeah, she just asked me like 10 minutes ago.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, sorry. Tell her I'll let her know soon. So, anyway, you're back at your mom's place again. Weren't you there just a few days ago?
Yeah, is that a problem?
Well, no, but I mean, don't you remember what we talked about before? If you're going to be late to come home, then I asked you to text or call me to let me know.
Oh, whoops, my bad. I totally forgot about that. I'll let you know next time and also going forward.
Yeah, it'd be nice if you could give me a heads up.
This time, actually, it was a last-minute thing. Mom called me a few hours ago. She said she got some real juicy, high-quality beef from my Uncle Frank. So she wanted to give some to me, so I came here to pick it up.
Ah, nice. That's nice of her to share some. Does that mean we can have something meaty and juicy and yummy soon? Maybe I can cook a nice steak and potatoes for lunch tomorrow or the weekend? I'm drooling just thinking about it now.
Oh, I actually had dinner here, so no need to cook us anything tonight. Go ahead and have something for yourself. Don't worry about me.
What? But I already made dinner for us tonight. It's Friday night. I usually finish work early, so I cooked us dinner like I always do. I actually put more time and effort into it tonight. I thought you'd like that, because I haven't been making anything nice for us recently.
Aw, it is. Well, can we have it tomorrow instead? That means there's no need for you to cook tomorrow, right?
Yeah, but, I mean, it's not the same. You know food that's not freshly cooked and eaten is just not the same.
Well, there's nothing I can do about that now, is there? Jeez.
I can't believe you chose to have dinner at your mom's place over me instead. Again! How many more times are you going to hurt me like this? I told you how much it hurts me when you spend less time here and more time over there. You used to say no to your mom all the time before. You used to come home no matter what to have dinner with me. All the time! Why have things changed so much now? I'm so upset.
Yeah, but Mom's beef stews are the best. You had some before, right? And like you said, food always tastes the best when it's freshly cooked, and she just cooked it, so I had to have it fresh. She used her new stew pot, too. A really nice, expensive one, and it was worth every dollar. Man, it was finger-licking good.
Excuse me? That's so rude. I get good quality beef for us too sometimes, you know.
Yeah, but you don't cook beef stew in a nice pot like the one Mom's got. Trust me, it makes a huge difference.
Well, no. But whose fault is that? I asked you if we should buy a new one, and you're the one who said no. We've been using ours for like 5 years.
Yeah, and it still works, so why should we get a new one? Don't fix what's not broken, right?
Yeah, but you're the one that's claiming that a new and expensive one is better. Let's do that this weekend. Let's go shopping to find a new stew pot. Then I can make us a really nice and yummy beef stew. Sounds like a good idea, right?
Well, who's gonna pay for that? I don't get a bonus this year, remember? If you're buying, then I won't complain. But don't ask me to pay.
Well, I told you that I'm not even sure if I'm going to get one this year either. I won't know until next month.
Your nursing job seems to be more stable than mine, so I'm sure you'll get some sort of financial reward. You get one every year. There's no way that you won't get any this year. Isn't that right? Look at our company. We've been doing so badly every year for like the past 5 years, and they finally cut out our bonuses too. I could swear we'll be filing for bankruptcy soon.
That's not funny, you know. I don't want you to get fired at all. That's the best job you found so far in your entire career. You better keep it and not get fired no matter what, Brian.
What's that supposed to mean?
I'm just saying that if you lose this job, then you won't find a good one like this for a while.
Well, of course I'll keep this job. Unless they fire me. But if that happens, then I'll deal with it then, won't I? Jeez. Anyway, going back to Christmas. You're not going back to your parents' place this year, right?
I told you earlier that I haven't decided what I'm gonna do yet. I can't take that many days off of work, so I probably won't. But it's not 100% decided yet, so don't count on it.
Then why don't you just decide and come to my mom's place? Mom's the one who wants to invite you.
Really? Did she actually say that?
Yeah, she asked me to ask you to come over. It's nothing that surprising, is it?
Well, you know how we don't exactly get along the best.
She said Dad's going to be back from his work trip this year. And Hannah and her family's going to come join us too this year.
Oh, really? I haven't seen your sister in a long time. That'll be nice, actually.
See? She said it'll be fun. The more the merrier.
Yeah, I suppose so. Hannah has 2 children, right? Molly and Heidi, was it?
Yep, that's them. James, her husband, works in that factory, so he can't afford to visit us every year. I think the last time he came over was like 6 or 7 years ago. So it'll be a good family gathering this Christmas. Mom's so excited to see her grandkids.
Ah, okay, that makes sense. Oh, that means we've got to buy them Christmas presents too, right? I haven't done any Christmas shopping for them.
Yeah, Molly's still 6 years old. I think Heidi just turned 2. So just get them something small and nice to play with.
Okay, I'll look for something nice for them then.
Okay, so then you're coming over here for Christmas then, right?
I guess so. It'll be nice to see everyone, and I bet you can't wait to see Molly and Heidi too.
Yeah, can't wait to see their cute little faces. Hannah and James, I couldn't care less about, but I'm going to spoil those 2 angels.
Okay. Well, I guess you can tell your mom that I'll be spending Christmas over there with you guys then.
Sure, will do. I'll make sure to bring home some of that good beef stew, too. I'll text you later when I'm heading back home, okay?
Okay then. Text me later. Hi, Tina. I just wanted to thank you for the beef stew. It was probably the best beef stew I've had in my entire life.
Hi, Kim. You took your time to thank me, didn't you?
Oh, I know. I'm sorry about that. I had to work late the past week and got so caught up with work.
Well, that makes sense.
Makes sense. What do you mean?
Look at you. You just admitted that you've been working till late. So no wonder Brian looks like he's been kept in a box. He's starving.
What do you mean? Did he tell you that?
And no wonder you still haven't conceived a child yet.
Oh, excuse me? Did I read that right?
Yes, you did. Unless you're about to tell me that you're pregnant.
Oh, wow. No, I'm not pregnant, as of yet. I didn't think we'd be talking about private matters here, but yes, you're right. I have been busy lately. But I don't think I've been overlooking Brian's needs as you say I have.
Well, that's not how it seems to me, and certainly not what I've been told.
Told by who? Brian?
Yes, who else? He told me that you only cook a decent meal for him once every 3 days or so. That the rest is mainly frozen food. How can you call yourself a good wife like that? It's appalling. And it's so shameful that you don't prioritize your family. When a woman marries, shouldn't they do their very best to take care of their husband and their family?
Right. I really didn't think I was overlooking him that much. To be honest, this is the first time hearing about this. Brian hasn't told me anything.
Why would he? He's a kind and polite boy.
Well, about the cooking. I mean, I work till late on most nights. So when I know I can't cook for him, I get him to eat whatever he wants. He doesn't seem to mind that.
Whatever he wants. Oh, please. And do you honestly think that Brian will choose to eat something nutritious and beneficial for his health? Shouldn't you just prepare his dinner before you go to work so that at least all he has to do is heat it up in the microwave? Can't you try and be more organized and put his health first?
I guess I could try doing that.
Yes. Why don't you give that a go and let me know how that works out for you? Okay?
Okay, I guess I will.
Good. Do that and report back to me on the progress, will you?
Sure. Okay.
So, about Christmas. You did say that you are coming over to our house, didn't you?
Yeah, if that's okay with you.
In that case, I'd like you to help me cook and prepare the Christmas dinner. Of course, we're going for a traditional Christmas dinner, and this year, we're going all out.
Sure, I'd love to help.
So, just to give you a rough idea of what to expect. We'll be having a roast turkey with stuffing and roasted potatoes and vegetables. We'll also be having roast beef, too, so 2 kinds of meat. I've decided to go with sausage pies, too. Then for the desserts, there'll be apple pie and mince pie and other Christmas desserts. Of course, with mulled wine and eggnog and all the rest for drinks.
Wow, sounds like a great spread.
Yes, so preparation is key for an elaborate meal like this one. Now, with the apple pies and minced pies, there's a place we can order it from, so I'll give you the number to call. If you could call them up and get 8 of them, I think that's how many of us will be there. So if you could take care of that, that'll be great. And if you could take care of all the wines and ingredients to make the eggnog, that would be great too.
Okay. By taking care of it, you mean you want me to pay for them?
Well, yes. Is that going to be a problem?
Oh, no. So I'll pay for both of the pies and all of the drinks?
Yes, that sounds about right. Feel free to get us some other snacks and food that you can think of. More food and nibbles is always a good thing.
Right, sure.
If you could make sure they are ready for us and on the table by 6 p.m. on Christmas Eve, that'll be perfect. You do know our address, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, great. Also, on that day, do you mind coming over to our house at, say, 9 a.m.? We need to go shopping for the rest of the food.
Wow, that's early for a weekend.
Is that a complaint?
No.
I can't carry everything alone, so it would be nice if I could have your help with that.
Okay then, should I get Brian to come with us too? I'm sure he can handle more than I can when it comes to heavy lifting.
No, of course not! Why would we ask Brian to do anything? It's Christmas! Let the boy rest. He works hard enough on all the other days. He deserves it. Us ladies, we can handle everything on our own, can't we?
Right, sure. I guess I won't ask him for any help then. I guess I don't deserve to take a break on Christmas then either, do I?
Is that a joke? Kim, you came to our family. You married my son. And since by the sound of it, you don't seem to be doing much around the house usually, that should give you more of a reason to help out.
Right. I'm not here to argue with you, so okay then. By the way, what time will Hannah and her family be coming?
They said around 5 p.m.
Oh, okay, so just an hour before the dinner is ready. I guess she won't be helping out, and I'll mainly be the one helping out around the kitchen then.
Why, of course.
Okay then.
Hey, where the heck are you? You said you were just gonna pop out. It's been hours since then. Where are you? Tell me now.
Why would I ever want to go back to you and your horrible family? Why didn't you protect me and take my side for once?
Come on, man. That was just a joke. Mom loves doing that kind of stuff. It's Christmas. Cheer up.
Oh, you think that was a joke? Your mom made me buy everything. The apple pies, the minced pies, the wine, and everything. I even went to collect it to have them ready on the table by 6 p.m., just like she said. And then what? I'm not allowed to have any? Any of it? I paid for everything, too.
Well, that was just 'cause the kids wanted some more.
Yeah, so I was the one who had to give up my share of food, huh? Why not Hannah or James? Or your mom? Or you? They didn't even ask me whether I minded it. They just gave it away like it was an obvious thing to do. Just not have me eat and give my food away, just like that.
Oh, come on, man. You're just being dramatic. It's just dessert. Chill out.
Well then, have fun with your family and your sick jokes. I'm not going back there. I'll be at my parents' place for the rest of Christmas. I'll be spending New Year's over there too. So don't expect me to be back home till next year.
What the heck? Come on, Kim. Just come back here and spend the rest of the night with us. The kids will wonder where you are. How am I gonna explain that to them?
You think of something and see if I care. At least my own parents will treat me better than you or your family.
Look, just hang on, okay? You're overthinking this. Just come back. Kim, answer the phone. I know that you can see that I'm calling you.
Kim, how long are you going to sulk like this for? It's very immature of you. Do you understand that? Go back to see Brian, for God's sake. If it's the money you're concerned about, then I've given him some cash to give to you. So just be an adult and get over this, will you? I know you're reading my messages, you know. Look, you can't keep going back crying to your parents' house whenever you think there's a problem between you and Brian. What are you going to do when you have children? Are you going to run back to your parents then, too? Oh, don't worry about that, Tina. You won't be seeing any children of Brian's anytime soon. Hi, Kim. You finally replied. What do you mean by that? I've decided to divorce your son. What? That's nonsense! I've already filed the divorce papers. I've applied for a temporary court order to speed up the process, too. What? Why would you go and do that? Who gave you permission? This is absurd. No? You want to know what's absurd around here? The way you've been treating me is absurd. What in the world is going on here? Brian hasn't told me anything. You're not doing this behind his back, are you? Oh no, I've told him already. Don't worry about that. I went back home to pack my bags and left him a note there. Well, that means you haven't spoken to him then. If you haven't spoken to him directly, then that's not telling him, is it? He has no idea about this, does he? Well, he will now. It's only a matter of time. I made a copy of the paperwork and left that for him with my note, too. Well, surely he has to sign the papers. It won't count until he signs them. Meaning this isn't going to happen, is it? Well, if he refuses to sign the acknowledgement of service, then I've got a divorce lawyer who can help out, too. A divorce lawyer? Are you insane, Kim? The thing is, Tina, Brian and I have actually talked about getting divorced before, so it's nothing new for us. Before, when we talked about it, he agreed to sign the divorce papers if any talk of a divorce came up again. Meaning that if I hand divorce papers to him again, then he said he'll sign them without asking questions. So we are both in agreement. That's all it is, Tina. Don't worry. This whole process should be fuss-free, provided he stick to his words. Well, what? Why did you want a divorce the last time? He never spoke about this with me. I had no idea. He visits your house so often, I thought you guys spoke about it. I at least thought he'd console you about it. Looks like he wasn't being as frank with you as I had thought then. Did he tell you about his gambling addiction? Gambling? You mean Brian? Don't make me laugh. If you're implying that Brian has an addiction to gambling, then no, he doesn't. How presumptuous of you. So you have no idea? No, I have no idea what you are talking about. All I'm reading here is gibberish. Well, I guess why would he open up to you about it, huh? That was one of his secrets until I found out about it myself and I decided to keep it that way. I know how much he earns, so when he started asking me to borrow some money, I knew something was wrong then. He hardly earns much as it is, and he gambles, Tina. Do you know how much of a strain this has caused our marriage? Don't talk about my son like that, you cow! Well, don't you talk about my marriage like that! 5 years, Tina! I had to deal with 5 years of this crap! His gambling, his lack of career progression, and you! Me? Excuse you? How dare you blame me for your marriage? Well, yes, I'm blaming you. Who wouldn't? Blaming me for not having children? Blaming me for being busy with work and claiming that I overlook my husband? The never-ending constant harassment that I've been subjected to. Even on Christmas. You just can't cut it out, can you? You just can't help but keep harassing me, can you?
Oh, stop playing the victim card, for God's sake. Of course it's your fault that you can't conceive. Brian has no problems there.
Well, yes he does, and I assume he hasn't told you about that either. He has no sperm count.
What?
It's called azoospermia. It's when you have a lack of sperm in the semen. We've been to the doctors, and it's official. So there. You can't point the finger at me now, can you? I only kept it quiet because I thought it wasn't my place to say. But now that it's come to this, I might as well.
But my boy is a healthy boy. I don't understand. I didn't know about this. Oh gosh.
We talked about a divorce then, too. I mean, not about getting one because of that. But I told him that even if we can't have children, that I would never consider a divorce. I'd rather that we didn't have any children at all than get a divorce. That's how much I loved him back then.
Well, if that were the case, then why didn't you just tell me?
Well, like I said, I felt it wasn't my place to comment on it. I mean, knowing how pushy you were with us having children, maybe he just didn't want to disappoint you.
Oh, gosh.
And I might as well tell you that when I found out about his gambling addiction, we talked about a divorce then, too. But I decided to stick by him and help him get over his addiction. I supported him and our marriage financially and emotionally. You have no idea what that was like. Thankfully, we got over that, and he hasn't done any since then. Or so he claims, but there's always a risk of him going back.
Well, if he's dealt with that one, then that's good news, isn't it? No need to get a divorce over that.
Right, but then, because he used all of his savings and most of mine, the next problem were the financial constraints. That was and still is a tough one to deal with, too. We're so tight on cash that it's really tough on our marriage, too.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know how much you know about his job and his earnings, but he got a demotion once. His wages have been cut twice already. He didn't even get his annual bonus this year, and that was a good incentive for him to keep working at his job. Now with that gone, he can't look for a different job in this kind of job climate either.
Well, I'm sure if he tried, he could find another job.
You just have no idea what it's like in this economy now. It's virtually impossible to switch jobs, especially with his career history and his gambling problems. I was the one who provided for us both. I'm the breadwinner here, and I'm so sick of that. And you keep telling me to cut back my hours, reprimanding me when I work late hours. Can you blame me for working so long until so late?
I had no idea.
Well, of course you didn't. All you do is shout at me and order me around when you have no idea what actually goes on. No idea! I try so hard to get along with everyone. But the way you treat me, like you did at Christmas, is that what I deserve? Do I deserve to be treated like some random person who gets bossed around and be made to buy food that she can't even eat? And that's why I'm done, Tina. I'm done with Brian, and I'm most certainly done with you.
Well, if you get a divorce, what's going to happen next? How is poor Brian going to get by if he's been relying on you all this time?
How should I know? Why should I care? He's your son, so you should take care of him.
Well, you can't just leave him and forget about him like this. You can't be that selfish, Kim, can you?
Well, then what? What do you want me to say? He can't even pay for the rent on his own, so he'll probably have to move out where he can afford to live by himself.
Well, where to?
How should I know? Why don't you let him live at your place then? He's always there, so he might as well live there.
No, that's going to be difficult. I can't do that.
Why not? It makes sense, doesn't it?
Well, Hannah and her family have decided to move into our house, you see.
Oh, really now? Well, I'm sure in a big house like yours, you can make extra room for Brian too, right? I'm sure it won't be hard to make room for him.
No, there's also another issue.
Issue about...
Brian doesn't get along with James, you see.
Oh, really now?
Well, don't sound so amused. How rude of you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Perhaps because I know Brian's not my problem anymore. I can sit back and listen to this like I'm watching a sad, corny TV series with so many twists.
How dare you? You do realize that the reason why they don't get along is your fault, don't you? You realize that, right?
How is it my fault? I've hardly spoken to James. I know he's a nice guy, but that's all I know about him.
Well, you made that big fuss on Christmas over the pies and whatnot, didn't you? After you left, James tried to protect you, I guess. He shouted at Brian for not taking care of you and running after you.
Oh, did he now? That's actually really nice of him.
And they got into a fight and haven't spoken since then.
Oh, that's what it was about. I mean, all I knew was they suddenly didn't get along after Christmas. But I never asked Brian why. Now I know. That's so funny.
This is not a joke, Kim.
Well, I'm glad to hear that at least James is normal and understands how I feel. He's probably the only person who's sane enough to have some compassion for me.
So that's why Brian can't come back. Everything will be stressful, and we already have 4 extra people, including 2 children, all under one roof. That's tough enough as it is. What if Hannah and James get a divorce too? That'll break my heart. Oh dear.
Well, if they do, then they do. I can see why James would want to get a divorce, though. It's probably not a divorce from Hannah, but more so to your family.
Stop being so rude, Kim. No, you can't leave Brian like this. You have to take it all back. Please, Kim.
No?
Have a think about it, Kim. Just let it sit overnight. We can come back and talk about this again in a few days.
No. I've already made my decision, and I'm not changing my mind. I don't love him anymore, and I'm sorry, but I can care less about his family, too. I want nothing to do with you guys.
No, don't say that. Poor Brian. He's done nothing wrong.
Poor Brian? He's done nothing wrong? Excuse me, but I'm the one who's done nothing wrong here. I'm the one who you should feel sorry for. Have you no common sense?
What about us, then? I'm your mother-in-law, and you have me and my husband to take care of.
Excuse me? What now? Why should I be taking care of you and your husband?
You know, my husband and I. Eventually, we're going to need some help around the house, aren't we? Our limbs are going to give up on us eventually. Who's going to provide for us then?
Well, not me. That's for sure.
I heard from Brian that you have a caretaker's qualification, right? You work at a hospital, so you know how to take care of people already. You must have gotten that caretaker qualification to take care of us. Isn't that right?
This is my first time hearing about this. I'm sorry, but I never agreed to taking care of you. That qualification is for when I want to take care of my own parents or if I want to change careers. That's definitely not for you. Don't jump to conclusions, please.
Well, of course you did. That was one of the reasons why we accepted you getting married to Brian. Otherwise, we wouldn't have allowed it to happen.
What? So are you telling me, Tina, that the only reason why you and your husband accepted Brian and I to get married was because I could take care of you when you grow old and frail?
Well, I wouldn't put it quite like that, but...
But what? You mean I'm right?
You're unbelievable. Don't get so grumpy, dear.
Oh, don't you call me that. You have no right. You're seriously deluded and more ruthless than I thought. I'm not going to stick around for this. I'm off now. Bye.
Oh, no, wait, Kim! Please hang on 1 second. Kim! Hey, did you really file the divorce papers?
Yes, I did. Haven't you seen what I put on the kitchen table?
No, I haven't been back home yet. I came around to Mom's place after work and she told me all about it just now. Are you being serious, Kim?
Yes. Remember you promised me that you'll sign those papers if it comes to it again? This is it. This is that time. So you better stick to your words, Brian.
Oh, man. Kim, come on. Is there anything I can do to fix this?
Let me think. Nope. Your gambling addiction, your lack of financial stability, infertility, and your mom's constant harassment. This is all cause for an at-fault divorce.
Oh man, are you for real, Kim? Please, let's still talk about this. We can get through this together like we always do.
No, I'm done. I've had enough. The movers will be over in 2 days to collect my boxes, which I've already packed, just FYI. So you don't need to worry about me getting my things, okay?
Are you leaving the house for real?
Well, yeah. I have no reason to stay there anymore, do I?
You know I can't afford rent at that place. I haven't found anywhere else to live either.
And?
What do you mean?
And what? That's got nothing to do with me anymore.
What do you mean?
And don't you have another reason you need me?
Like what?
Don't you mean that also, if you don't have me, not only can you not pay the rent, but you'll also lose someone who can take care of your elderly parents? Right?
What the?
Yes, your mom told me all about it. I can't believe how you basically tricked me into getting married to you. You nasty, big old, bald, ugly idiot! I can't believe I ever got married to you! I can't believe I ever loved you! I'm so over this.
No, listen, Kim. That was a joke. I told Mom about how you can take care of them as a joke. Man, you could never take jokes properly, can you?
Oh, really now? I'm the one who can't take your jokes? Who else is laughing then, huh? What is wrong with you and your family? Your jokes are just forms of torment and harassment. If you disagree, I can take this up with a divorce lawyer if you want. I've already found one, FYI.
Kim, man, don't do this to me, please.
By the way, your mom knows about your gambling addiction and your infertility issues too. Since I don't care about you anymore, I thought I might as well go ahead and tell her the reasons that's led to this divorce.
What the? You really told her about that?
Yep. Oh, that was a lovely conversation, I have to say.
What did you do, man?
For a mama's boy like you, I was surprised that you hadn't told her any of it.
Well, that's 'cause I didn't have to. She didn't need to know about that. It's irrelevant.
Oh yeah? But telling her that I don't cook decent meals, that was relevant, right?
No, I didn't mean it like that. That was a joke too, man.
That was a joke too? Whoa, then, that's super hilarious, Brian. Well done. You deserve the Joke of the Year award. Are you kidding? You suck.
Kim, come on.
Listen, Brian, I've seriously had enough. I'm done here. From here on out, I'm only going to communicate with you if it's related to the divorce or anything else that's worth my time. Good luck with your life. And goodbye. Since then, a lot has changed. I went back to live with my parents for a while. But it took me almost 3 hours to get to work every day, and I needed to do something about that. At first, I thought I should find an apartment closer to my hospital. But in the end, I found a new hospital to work for that's located closer to my parents' house. It's less stressful than the previous hospital, and I can live with my parents and help them out too. That was why I got a caretaker qualification to begin with anyway. To take care of my own parents when they need more help physically. Not so that I can take care of Tina and her husband. Jeez, no. Anyway, my new job is so fun and I like it so far. My new colleagues at the hospital are all so nice and understanding, so I really got lucky there. From what I heard, it seems like Hannah and her family didn't last long in Tina's house either. Brian moved in, so him and James kept fighting, and I guess James had enough of it. He took his 2 kids and moved back to Louisiana, apparently. I heard he's now fighting in court over custody of the kids. What a mess. I'm glad Brian at least signed the divorce papers, and all I have to do is wait for it to be finalized. I never want to get married to a guy like him ever again. And I've decided that whoever I get married to next, one of my conditions is that I have to get along with his mom. That is a must for me now. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like it and see you in the next one.